This child is holding $30,000 worth of cobalt, enough to power an electric car in Berlin or a smartphone in Beijing. Yet, his family survives on less than $2 a day. This isn't irony. It's organized theft. Theft disguised as trade. But what if I told you the same mineral in his hand could power his education, could build his hospital, and transform his nation? This is Africa's paradox. We hold the resources of the future, but remain trapped in a system that exploits rather than empowers. Africa holds the keys to the next global order, that is the imminent Bretton Woods tree, where power shifts from dollar reserves to control of real assets. Interestingly, Africa has 70% of the world's cobalt, 30% of global mineral reserves, and the youngest population on Earth. Yet, Africa loses $50 billion yearly from exporting raw materials instead of processing them, enough to build 3 Dangote refineries every year. To change this, we need to shift our mindset. To change this, we need to shift our mindset. We need to stop seeing minerals as debt to export, but start seeing them as global leverage. At African Finance Corporation, where I work with the Capital Mobilization and Partnerships team, a team that helps AFC achieve its mission of addressing infrastructural deficits in Africa by expanding its presence and also raising equity funds from African and non-African investors. In 2023, on the back of AFC's additional $1 billion equity capital raise, we surpassed our asset goal of $10 billion, hitting above $12 billion in total assets and infrastructure projects across Africa, across 36 countries in Africa. In addition to various global awards, including the over $3 billion Project Gazelle deal, which was awarded the best structured finance deal in Africa. Working at AFC, I've seen firsthand how Africa can flip the script. Dangote Refinery, AFC, a major investor. It shows that African can actually break the import trap. Lobito Corridor, a US-backed over $2 billion real PPP project, which is led by AFC alongside others. It's designed mainly for transporting processed minerals, not just that. We need to know that Africa has everything it needs, but what it needs is action. And for Africa to be able to become the next world global power, there is a need for 3 key revolutions. We have the Industrial Revolution, the Financial Revolution, and the Talent Revolution. From Industrial Revolution perspective, there is a need to tax raw exports at 25% as against the current average of 10%, which just to be able to incentivize local processing. There is also a need to mandate mineral beneficiation to create jobs and sustainable industries. Also, we need to partner with African DFIs like AFC and AFGB to fund industrial parks and processing plants across Africa. With Industrial Revolution, we transform Africa's wealth into sustainable economic growth. From financial revolution perspective, like AFC and other African DFIs, we must invest Africa's over $400 billion in African sovereign wealth to fund. We need to invest that in African first. And to achieve that, there is a need to direct 25% of African sovereign wealth to African projects. And also, we also need to control our future by investing in our development and stop relying on external aids and foreign loans. With financial revolution, we create economic sovereignty. That is, we have the ability to shape our destiny. From talent revolution perspective, in 2022, I enrolled in an educational program which aims at becoming the Africa's MIT. The program changed my perspective. That is, from solving just local problems to addressing global challenges. Because of the education, it broadened my worldview and instilled a deep sense of responsibility. Africa needs globally minded professionals to solve its problems. Given that Africa's greatest resource is its people, that's why currently I lead an initiative to build African Special Forces for Development. The platform it develops young minds for global roles. And since 2020, we have impacted over 3,000 lives through strategic partnerships, organizing webinars, and skill building capacities. We need to understand that with talent revolution, we shift from brain drain to brain gain. You may say you are not a policymaker, but you have a role to play. Are you a student? You need to join platforms to train for global roles. Are you an entrepreneur? You need to partner with African industries to add value to our resources. Are you an investor? Then there is a need to allocate at least 5% of your portfolio to African infrastructure projects. Are you a storyteller? There is a need to amplify voices and platforms. With that, basically to change the current narrative where Africa's risk perception, around Africa's risk perception. We need to understand that these lights we are seeing, they are the tech ops, they are the refineries, they are the railways. But the dark spots that we are seeing, they are the untapped opportunities. The question is, are we going to seize these untapped opportunities? We have the money, we have the resources, we also have the talent. What is really missing now is the audacity. The audacity to say, if you want our cobalt, you won't get it as debt, but you will buy it as a battery. Let's create the Africa we deserve. One that funds itself, builds its own infrastructures, and empower its people. Africa's time to lead is now. Thank you.